Welcome, my Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers. Welcome to your Timeless Chakra Read. I am your chakra reader, I guess. Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, they're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. Thank you, Janet Grace, for the new chakra intro, outro music. She's wonderful. Did that for the 25th anniversary and more to come. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There is a Kindle version available. There is a link in the description box. You can click on it and preview it for free if you like. And the Kindle version is lovely. It's very sanitized. It's very clear. It's very clean. But the original version, the Fellini Film Fest Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, that's over on Patreon. Some of my subscribers get that as part of their benefit package on my members-only subscription website, and I love Patreon, and I talk about it a lot because it's the best thing I've ever done in my career creatively at the time of this recording. All of my subscribers get three things in common. They get a daily check-in with me every morning. Pretty much, it's rare I miss a day where I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link, so they literally chat with me about the astrological weather of the day, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, a Sabbath, a full moon, a waxing, a waning. It's wonderful. We always end with a prayer, a blessing, a little something to send us on our way, and it's the best way for me to start my day, considering what I do for a living. And they also get all the extended readings, all the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube, as well as they get a significant discount on booking private sessions with me. So it is the coolest thing, I think, for all involved, and we are now able to put 7-day free trials. And right now, at the time of this timeless recording, you might be watching this in the future, this may change, we've got our first tier seeker, human, hero, angel, witch, immortal, mystic, god, goddess, 8 levels. So if you want to check us out for 7 days, go for it. Click the link and, opt out before the 7th day or whatever. But I love it so much. So click the link and check it out. Take a whiff of the menu, whatever. And come play Patreon on Patreon if you feel so called. Because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, darlings. You can just call me Mal. Hi. And Words of Grace is in chakra chapters, and it's a chakra reading, so, there's a lot of good stuff in there. I love that book. And we're working on the next one, too. So, let's do some explanation for the new Geminis and Crosswatchers, and then we will get to the divination, what we're all here for. A chakra reading. I worked with the 8 chakra system, include, the basic 7, but also the 8th chakra, over the head. That's why there will be 1 card for each of the 8th chakras, getting you, 8. A chakra reading card from Rachel Sharman, Rockpool Publishing, and then a Matt Kahn Healing Mantra card to help you bring it all together. At the end, our last card down, making, I believe, 10 in total, if I'm doing math accurately. Chances are I'm not, but, I'll check my math later. To help you come into alignment, to help you heal, grow, evolve, bring your inspiration down into manifestation, and the reverse journey is just as valid, the alchemy from lead to gold, right? The healing, the transformation, and they both happen simultaneously, so... it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and do check your other signs. I would only think that your sun sign would have a different chakric thing to look at than would your moon, your rising, or your Venus. And crosswatchers, I could see if you are a healer, right? Looking in on somebody, it's like, how are they doing, right? Particularly if they're at a distance. I have done chakra reads for clients for so long, and there's so many variations on the theme where I could take this, and really do quite a full thing, like 3 or 4 cards per chakra, and I've done it before for sure. So, is that enough explanation? Oh, yeah. We're going to be dealing with the Caroline Myss archetype cards in for the 8th chakra. You get one of those, and that shows the alchemy, the shadow work, the healing, the shift from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, which is really what healing is about holistically, right? I always want to put a W in front of the holistic, HOLASTIC. So, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will. And crosswatchers, there's a mantra that comes with the chakra reading card, and obviously there's an affirmation that comes with the chakra reading card, and a mantra that comes with the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck. Go figure, right? So maybe you do that for them in prayer and meditation or whatever. And as you help heal them, you help heal all of the Geminis. So let's get up in this gig, shall we? Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. Explanations over. I will do the best to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace for anyone who is willing to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, and to travel a more golden timeline rather than leaded timeline across the board. So the shift from that explanation to divination happens in the still point. Let's go there. Please take a nice deep breath. Here we go. Still point. God override. As I call upon my gods of air, my gods of Gemini, and my gods of the powers of the East, please, beloved gods of mutable air, 3 cards, root, sacrum, solar plexus. Going to start at the root and work our way up. For the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, face down, what's going on in their root chakra? They need to be aware of physical stuff, right? Groups, tribes, tribal relationships, all of that. What's going on in their second chakra? One-on-one relationships, money, sex, power, creativity, solar plexus. Solar plexus, honor code, boundaries, self-esteem, who they want to be in their world, the relationship to the self in the physical world. We're going to get the next 4. Heart, third eye crown, daughters of the moon. These are the masculine, the external, the yang. This is the feminine, the goddess energy, hence the daughters of the moon. Please take a nice deep breath. Okay. I have a little crystal pentacle there. It's beautiful. It's catching the candlelight really nicely with a piece of selenite behind it. Yeah, we're work. This is what I do for a living. So let's call to the goddesses, please. Take a nice deep breath. Goddess override. As I call upon my goddesses of air, my goddesses of Gemini, and my goddesses of the powers of the East, please, beloved goddesses of mutable, changing, ever-shifting air, 4 cards face down, heart, third eye crown, which also rhymes, for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and cross-watchers who are watching this video, receiving this reading. What do they need to be aware of to heal, to grow, to learn, evolve in their emotional power, heart chakra, in their throat chakra, willpower, spit, swallow, or chew, third eye, mental power, definitely element of air for an air sign usually, as is the throat chakra. And, we'll take that one. I saw that, what that was, but we'll take that for the crown chakra, the spiritual power, even though I saw what it was, you didn't. And as I said, come here, Caroline. Caroline Mace, MYSS, she's PhD, Sacred Contract. This reading is a blending of Sacred Contracts and Anatomy of the Spirit with a little Entering the Castle thrown in there as well. I love her work. Oh boy, she's been the best for me in terms of, never met her, but her work has made a huge difference overall in my life. So, 8th chakra archetype will tell you the pattern, the lesson, where the healing is. Shadow to light, shadow on one end, light on the other, lead to gold. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold, and those atoms cannot be created or destroyed, only released, transformed, transmuted, healed, whatever you want to call it. So you're getting one of these, and you can have an archetype, a reason, season, or a lifetime, or be dealing with somebody who has that has this archetype, this pattern, this clause in the contract, reason, season, or lifetime. So let's find out. Please take a nice deep breath. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video drawn to this reading. This one we will turn over and see what it is. What is the dominant archetypal pattern being calling out, sending down the codes to all the other chakras, giving them the codes so they have the opportunity to no longer delay what cannot be prevented, to alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, toxic to healthy, the fear to love, the lead to gold, for the Gemini collective, and the cross-watchers, who creative family archetype of the Scribe. Okay. So, mutable air, definitely communicative, right? Third house, dynamic self-expression. This goes well with this. The shadow attribute, like I said, is the lead, or if I didn't, that's the lead. This is the gold. So, the challenge here, altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. No, I will only create. So I had Janet Grace make music. Nope, I'm not stealing. Nope, not happening. And particularly in terms of the literary world and copyright infringements and all of that stuff, right? But the light, preserving knowledge and information. I mean, in terms of a healing journal, I mean, you hear it a lot, right? A gratitude journal, a this and that journal. But in some way of documenting it, and of course with cameras and our cell phones, you could absolutely MP4 that. You could absolutely record that, so it's not very, because you can't go, well, I mean, you can go back and edit a video, but you can't change the words you said, right? Unless it's AI or whatever. Aye, Captain. So of the 9 families, it is creative, right? Creative family archetype. So definitely preserve. Well, it's on one level, let's keep the receipts, right? So let's keep track of what's going on here. The Scribe. Let's see what's going on in the crown chakra. Spiritual power, right? 5 of Cups. The Storm. Now, this is certainly an emotional card, but the thing about the crown chakra is it's spiritual power, and languaging doesn't hit until it comes down into the third eye, right? That's when. So if the 5s are in play, it's about change, right? You have the stability of the 4, the 5, the change, and then the smooth sailing in the 6, the balance, the harmony of it. So, I mean, this really could be, in a very positive sense, an emotional experience of spiritual power that changes everything, right? It can be a cleansing of the mind, not a brainwashing. That's not but all storms pass. That's the thing. So look, I can put this in a very, very personal perspective for myself to say that I have connected with the divine in the crown chakra so strongly that the love and the joy and the gratitude that hit me all at once just made me cry. But it wasn't tears of pain, it were tears of relief and tears of healing. And then it makes its way down the 1,000-petaled lotus of the crown chakra, right? So there's some changes going on there, but there's an element of water, emotion involved there. In the third eye, this could be what I just said. You've got the 9 of Cups, Kuan Yin in the third eye. That's pretty good. Compassion. That the 9 of Cups, like the 9 of Pentacles. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not at the 10, right? My cups are not necessarily overflowing with everybody in planet Earth. But in my mind, there is contentment and compassion and flow. So if we see the storm, the 5 of Cups in the crown chakra, as a change brought on by emotion, well, that emotion might be because you're thinking more compassionate thoughts. Could be, right? Or you're cutting yourself a break. And for me, the mantra for compassion is really simple. It's okay. It's okay. I know it sucks, and it's okay that it sucks, right? It's not in any way bypassing the authenticity of what you're feeling. It's just being honest, right? And then maybe documenting that in some way, shape, or form, right? Preserving the knowledge, and even if it's not out and out, confession, which would be the next chakra, third chakra, it could be just like keeping track of your progress in whatever it is this is about. Because remember, it's not always about physical healing. It could be, certainly, but it could be much more than that. Oh, and in the third chakra, you got the Star. Come on. I mean, this is saying there is inspiration. The Star is the highest vibrational spiritual card, spirit-based card, major arcana. In the tarot, for me, across the board, doesn't matter who the artist is or the depiction, because it's higher in altitude than the moon and the sun. You know what I mean? And it's how we navigated for thousands of years before we started with gadgetry, right? Talking about GPS. I mean, you looked up. You had to do the SPS, Polaris PS, right? The North Star. So this is about guidance. This is about grace. This is about alignment. And in your throat chakra, sure. Is there a wish? You can wish upon a star as much as you want, but you're still going to get beat by people who put in the hard work. And that's Terry Pratchett 101. We free men, genius. Everything I really needed to learn about witchcraft I learned from Terry Pratchett novels. So this is a wonderful thing. This can very much be inspiration. And I would say for a Gemini, choosing the inspiration. Look, inspiration comes. You could spit it out. You go, no. You could swallow it and go, let's see what this does in my energy field. You can chew on it. You can say, well, wait a minute, right? And it's such power there and very creative. Heart chakra, emotional, come on, you got the sun. That's what I'm saying. This is not a womp womp read. Nope, not with the sun in your heart. Come on, you got the star here and the sun here. Come on, Kuan Yin in your third eye. So that storm must be cleaning out. We have spiritual wounds. I mean, I won't go into it here, but depending on what's gone on in other lives, certain vows you might have been under that you might still feel like you are under, like vows of poverty, vows of celibacy, vows of silence, which must be a nightmare for a Gemini, at least sun sign. So that healing, that joy, that open heart, the sun card brightens and lightens every other placement, every other card placed in the spread. Absolutely. I love that, considering that the sun is also a star. And there aren't 2 star cards in this deck. But let's look, lower 3 chakras. What's going on in solar plexus? A double whammy. 9 of Cups. Solar plexus. This is self-love. This is, I'm good, right? Because of the thoughts, and that makes sense for an air sign, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. I would think particularly Gemini moons would want to really look at that. It's like, it's okay. It couldn't happen any other way. Everybody's on a journey. We're immortal souls that come into these bodies to learn lessons and return home with more power, right? It's just how it is. Play the game. Oh, well, here we go. Second chakra, a little bit of a stalemate here with the 8 of Swords. You really don't want to get caught between the Furies and Apollo over a matriarchal, patriarchal, what is it? Matricide, patricide, just the whole 9 yards. Oedipus, rags. I mean, that's a rough place. But it is mental. This could absolutely be in a one. Look at me crossing my arms across my second chakra. I'm guarding myself, Geminis. This absolutely could be a stalemate between 2 people, or a stalemate with your relationship with money, stuck between a rock and a hard place. But remember, it's mental. So whatever is going on in your second chakra. Like, I can imagine if this is financially oriented for some people, you might have some lower back issues, second chakra there, or feel like you're just stuck. But it is a mental paralysis, but necessary to get to the 9 and the 10. And yeah, the Rider-Waite-based imagery for the Swords ain't hot, but it is a journey of the element of air, and it is your sign. So there may be some confusing conversations here. Maybe what's going on between you and another person or another. It wouldn't be an institution. That's root chakra. That's tribal. But something comes in where, blindfolded and bound. You don't know what to do. Might be feeling a little powerless, but it's mental power. And that's what it's interesting. We have no air cards in the inside. So I think with 2 water cards, particularly what those water cards are, and 2 major arcana, and what those 2 are, the star and the sun, I think this is a spiritual, emotional thing. This could absolutely be about spiritual wounds, just things that you picked up along the way or learned from society, your family, who knows, right? Well, let's look. Root chakra. Oh, and you ain't talking about shit to nobody if you got the Scorpio card. If this is you from the outside looking in the physical world, right? Looking at yourself. Scorpio, deep stuff going on, not talking about it. Not talking about it, keeping it secret, keep it secret, keep it safe, keep it sacred. Or usually when it is a court card in the root chakra, yeah, it could be one person, but that's tribal. It would have to be part of a larger group or organization. And just because it is the Queen of Cups, the Scorpio card, does not mean that they necessarily have Scorpio placement. I say it over and over. Not everybody knows their moon. Everybody knows their sun sign. That's easy, right? You have to know your time of birth for your rising, right? The moon sign changes every couple of days, and your Venus, that's a little bit easier to find, right? Unless it's on the day and you don't know what time, blah, 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 right? So this could be a very, very physical, emotional thing going on as well. And ruled by the planet Pluto. So a transformation that's going on, which might, that feeling of being trapped, 8 of Swords, but understand it's words, it's thoughts, Interesting. So write down those words, those thoughts, and then burn them, whatever. I'm a witch. I'm petition magic, honey. I use Post-its. And my Dutch oven cauldron, my fire cauldron over there. So, this is a very, very powerful thing, but I'm going to tell you, your leverage is on the inside, not the outside. Isn't it always? Seems to always be the way. Not that we're not supposed to take action. Double negative. Of course we're supposed to take action. But action inspired from, bright heart on the inner, right? The sun and the throat chakra, that could even be, all right, I surrender to the highest inspiration. You show me, I don't know, which would bring your mind that compassion. It's okay. We'll know when we need to know. With whatever's going on in that crown chakra there's a change at least, right? And that's a good thing. So, chakra reading cards. Rachel Sharman, Rockpool Publishing. We are going to just get one of these to give you a little okay, look at this one. They do the 9 chakra system. They involve the Earth Star, the one that's actually below the surface of the Earth. I put the Earth Star at the core. I call it the heart of the mother, but location, quite literally. So this deck is consecrated, empowered, whatever, linked to the higher selves of all involved. So, of course, if there are other people involved here, this applies to them too on some level. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Higher selves override. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, it's got very still, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is your guidance, your grace, your wisdom, your power? The clue, the tip, the hint, what chakra to look at? Begin with, do a Google search, tape a crystal to it for a day or two. Your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power to help the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Cross Watchers. Heal, align, grow, evolve, and all that good stuff for their well-being, for the well-being of all around them, and for the well-being of all of us in this Timeless Chakra Read, the root chakra family. So it is tribal. It is tribal, bunch of monkeys. Now, I was born the year of a monkey, so that makes me a virgin monkey. It sounds like a cocktail, doesn't it? I'll have a virgin monkey, please. I wanted a spider monkey when I was a kid, but who didn't get one? I'm over it. Card number 5, family. Yeah, my mom was like, we have cats, dogs, and bunnies. She was a nurse. My mom was a nursery school teacher. She still technically is in my heart. So we had all that ready. Okay, here it is. You're dealing with family issues. Even if it's not literal biological family or lack thereof, right? This could be tribal for shoresies. So let me read you this. It's just one page. Please take a nice deep breath. Family-based chakra, we're calling it root chakra. You have pulled this card into your awareness today to let you know the energy of your ancestors is surrounding you. Okay, it's a powerful time for healing family wounds and dissolving any ancestral karma, meaning the stuff that's been passed down. There is a biological component to that. Emotions and biochemicals, right? So certain emotions like rage, shame, guilt, pick 'em, or love, joy, and peace, that affects every cell in the body. So that does get passed down. It has been understood for thousands of years that we carry through our bloodlines old patterns and karma from those family members who walked before us. Just like some physical issues can be handed down the family line, so can emotional, mental, and spiritual imbalances. And that might be what that crown chakra thing is. A belief in the divine. We all came into the illusion of separation from the divine. But it's the illusion of separation, right? So this is root chakra, not crown chakra. And what do you got in your root chakra? Queen of Cups. Feels like nobody's talking. Feeling, but not talking. There is a big chance that any challenges you're going through at this time could be connected in some way to family karma. Take a moment to tune in and ask where this pattern or challenge is coming from. You can do this by quieting the mind. Kuan Yin in the third eye, very compassionate approach, I would think. and taking some time to be still and to listen. Once you identify the root of the issue, you can simply light a candle and have a conversation in your mind with that family member. See yourself handing back the issue to this ancestor. They place this energy into their heart where it transmutes into something positive. And then they hand it back to you. Now place it in your heart for healing. And what do we got in the heart chakra? Amaterasu, Japanese goddess of the sun. The healing card. The love that is divine power. It's the sacred truth of the heart chakra. Love is divine power. So this isn't you doing it on your own. It's you bringing in the divinity that you are and that you are one with. That was a lot. Allow this energy to release you from the karma as you now receive the love, wisdom, and guidance from your ancestors. Family is an integral part of life. We are born into these little tribes for a reason. I would say purpose. Reason will drive you nuts, though you are an air sign. We learn big lessons of unconditional love through the interactions and challenges with family. And remember, your parents aren't your parents in every single life. It's a big one, reincarnationally for me. Big one. This card can also indicate that you have been experiencing a conflict within the family unit and it is now time for resolution. This card could also be a sign that a family member who has passed is with you, guiding and supporting you from the other side. A powerful way to connect to our ancestors is through the energy of trees. Take a moment to sit in nature with your favorite tree and open yourself to hear whispers of wisdom from your ancestors, the one who walked this path before you. And do keep in mind, we have more than biological genetic ancestors. I'm a witch, so every witch that ever was, even if they didn't identify as a witch, because that wasn't the name of it in the culture, one of my ancestors, right? Same if you're a healer, you're an artist, right? The type of artist, all of that, right? We're all one. All is one is the sacred truth of the root chakra. Anatomy of the Spirit by Carolyn Mace. Absolutely do not miss that if you haven't read it yet. Okay, so we're going to put that right next to the Queen of Cups there, Helen of Troy. Well, that face launched 1,000 ships. I mean, there's easier ways to exfoliate, if you ask me, but maybe you're not asking. So let's get a mantra. Let's ask the Ascended Masters of Healing, because come on, it's chakra read, right? For one mantra, right? Now, you did get the affirmation, right, at the end of that, if you want to use that, cross-watch or two. But the mantras, these are amazing, and they work if you work them. And air signs, I think, have a little bit more of a knack for mantra work. Please take a nice deep breath. Ooh. Still point. Ascended Master Override. As I call upon the beloved Ascended Masters of Health and Healing, practically all of you, for the Gemini Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of Christ. It's like standing in the center of Yankee Stadium. There's so many of you. One card in clarity, please, for the Gemini Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross-watchers who are watching this video, receiving this reading. Leave the card in my hand to help them alchemize the scribe. From shadow light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, a stormy crown chakra, a Kuan Yin third eye, a star throat chakra, a sun heart, a 9 of cups solar plexus, which feels lovely, and 8 of swords sacral, which feels a little tricky, and a Scorpio root dealing with family. What's the mantra to help them do this for this timeless chakra read? Awakening inspired action. There's only what life is asking of me. This is a card of surrender in its way, but it's awakening inspired action. And look what you got in your throat. You got a star in your throat. Spit, swallow, or chew. And your heart's lit, or at least you're in process of that. This is lovely. Awakening inspired action. Last card down. Let me just read this, and then we'll do the blessimation, and then we'll chat at the end. If you want to talk about the cool stuff going on for me and DTCP, that's drawing the circle in case you missed it. Awakening inspired action. When you awaken inspired action, the mantra, there's only what life is asking of me, particularly when things seem chaotic and there are 10 billion things. There's only what life is asking of me. When you awaken inspired action, you are an open, willing participant in your soul's journey. You are ready, willing, and able to face any feeling or make any necessary changes just for the chance to serve the cosmic plan of the universe. That's a lot. But that's probably what's brewing in that crown chakra. That feeling that can be absolutely terrifying. When inspired action has been awakened, you radiate the higher frequencies of light for the well-being of all, and that means your family, because they're part of all. This mantra is ideal for overcoming self-sabotage, resolving boredom, and increasing fulfillment. And you know what? In a family situation, remember, there can be office family, however you want to tribe that together. Maybe it's for all humanity. I mean, that might be a stretch. But certainly what you got going on the inner here, I mean, you've got the sun, you've got the star, you've got Kuan Yin, Nine of Cups, double whammy to the solar plexus. This is about your love for yourself. This is about you healing you, but then somehow bring, and then you can, you look back, location, and you say, well, if I didn't incarnate with this family, I wouldn't have healed this way. But you will heal it. It can be delayed but not prevented. That's the point. It's like, how many times you want to keep coming back to do this, right? Either in this life or in others. So we've got a scribe awakening inspired action with or for family. So let's put this together in a blessing and a summation that we love to call a bless summation for some reason. And then we'll chat if you want, because that's how I let go of the collective I'm reading for, even if it's my own sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, right? I'm going to let it go, let the goofy fly. And it's a good read. It's really lovely. Scribe. Breathe. Still point. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, for the Gemini collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to preserve the knowledge and information for what they're going through here with the storm in the crown chakra, their spiritual power changing and moving towards the sixth with sooner probably rather than later with Kuan Yin, Nine of Cups, compassion, self-love, really flushing, clearing, healing, cooling all of that off to chew on and then make it happen of their own free will to follow that inspiration with their heart lit, because the love that is the divine power is already in there, lightening everything in there and certainly softening that Five of Cups eventually. And Nine of Cups again in the solar plexus, that there is this, if this is them from the outside looking in, there is this balance, this emotional, this harmony, this no, I'm good. My wish fulfillment is coming, or I am that wish fulfillment, which both are true. Even though second chakra, there can be a little bit of a stalemate there, a little bit blindfolded and bound, stuck between a rock and a hard place, dealing in the root chakra with perhaps secrecy, deep emotion, and really strong root chakra intuition. Like someone drops a bowling ball in the next room, you feel it through your whole body even if you don't hear it, right? You feel that going on. Dealing with family, tribes, groups, circles of friends, any way they define family. But with the ancestral patterns, the ancestors are helping them what? To awaken inspired action, because there is only what life is asking of them, step by step, breath by breath, moment by moment, choice by choice, decision by decision. May they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to become the best that they can be, the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest, traversing and surfing the true love time, the golden timeline of this lifetime for their well-being, for the well-being of all, for the well-being of their family and all of humanity. Invoking, awakening the inspired action within them for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. So it is. It's good. It's good. And I mean, come on, you got inspiration, you got Nine of Cups, there's a lot on here. So if it made sense, hit the thumbs up. And if you like the new music, hit the thumbs up too. Janet's going to be starting her own YouTube channel, so I'm helping her with that too. She's taking all this music for us and turning it into an album. It's going to be really cool. Very excited to collaborate with her. Might even sing something there and there. I don't know. Anyway, enough about me. Let's keep talking about you. If you want more of me here on YouTube, I'm the fun one. I get this a spoonful of goofy to make the medicine go down. That's me. That's why I'm good at what I do and why I get away with so much, honestly. And if you want, do come check out Patreon. I mean, every morning. I mean, even if you just 7-day trialed it, just to see what I'm serving every morning, and it's my favorite thing ever. So remember, all of my subscribers get the daily check-ins, get the extendeds, and get the extensive discount on private sessions with me, which we'll talk about next. But I do want to say one thing I love most about Patreon is that I've got my videos on there, and they will remain on there. They are archived, they are scribed, because I got a nice touch of the scribe archetype when it's needed, right? So hang in there. Yeah, come Patreon on Patreon and all of that. And if you want to book me for a private reading, you can go to my website, drawingthecircle.com, drawingthecircle.com. Very easy to remember. In the store, it's all printed out. Just click on readings or spiritual counseling, and you'll see the information that's also in a video called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. Of course, the link is in the description box, and explains it all. I changed my prices for the 25th anniversary, and I've never turned anyone away because of lack of funds ever in my entire... I started reading tarot when I was 12 years old. I'm going to be 55 in September 23, so yikes, right? Never would I do that. So, but we're always a way to work it out, and I say it several times in the video. And my mom likes the vid, so I'm going with it. So check it out and book a private session with me. Zoom, in person. If I got to travel, that's all in there too, so you can go check it out. But otherwise, seriously, look, we all inherit patterns about the divine from family, even if it's not overt, right? You know, don't touch down there, God doesn't like it. Whatever. I mean, come on. That's ancient, some of that stuff. So it's not their fault. It's not your fault. That's why the compassion can come in here. But by all means, journal. Write this down. Preserve this knowledge. Write your story. Even if no one ever sees it ever, and particularly with that Scorpio moon, that Scorpio going on there. If you're a Scorpio moon, I would say no one's gonna. So have at it. And seriously, you can do this. This is about self-expression and creativity for your healing. It's an important thing. So have at it. Do your best. I believe in you. We're all here to help each other out. And of course, reach out if you like. Be glad to help. And wishing you the very best and the very, very blessed moving forward. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.